want to see something cool? Well, we finally made it. It's the end of the year. I want to thank all of you for smashing the like button, for watching all my videos and sharing it, for subscribing. Thank you so much for helping me grow this channel as much as it did in the last 365 days. But now that I got through this year, I'm so tired. I got through like 63 videos for this channel, and on top of that, I could have even had more videos, but I couldn't complete them because of either time or insufficient footage, or it was just bunk, and they could have been camera reviews or some kind of travel video. Like, there's a lot of incomplete videos in my hard drive right now, and I didn't really know how to complete those without looking so crappy. So this video is going to be a photo super vlog where I'm going to combine all of these incomplete videos into one, and you get to watch all these photos I made throughout the year and all this footage that you haven't seen. I did a really rough average of how many rolls I got through this year based off the lab scans and the scans that I got here at home, and it kind of totals out to be around 181 days worth, which I'm pretty proud of. So I'm glad that I was able to photograph as much as I did, and I hope I get to do that next year, because next year there's going to be huge changes in my life, and you guys will find out when it happens. So sit back and enjoy on your couch or on your bed with a snack and a drink in hands, and we are going to get right down into the super vlog with day number 1. Alright, so incomplete video number 1. I had the intention to film myself photographing a historic San Francisco landmark called the Cliff House. The Cliff House has been there for like so many freaking decades, but earlier in 2021, the owners of the Cliff House and SF Park and Rec reached a disagreement in their lease or their contract, and the unfortunate consequence of this was that the Cliff House was going to get vacated and they were going to take down the sign, and I went out early in the morning to catch the sunrise, casting on this empty lot. Back when I filmed this video too, I had my Hasselblad 500cm, which I don't have anymore, so this is kind of like a nostalgic trip, a time capsule if you will. I remember this video being very difficult to make because 1, I was experiencing some kind of mechanical failure in the Hasselblad, so I was kind of just standing there for 15 minutes trying to unjam my camera. 2, there weren't that many interesting angles of this thing. I got some good images off of it. And 3, the final product didn't seem that interesting, so I scrapped it. Alright, this video broke my heart.
Hey John, how long does this take? Okay. 30 minutes later. Yeah, no. Yes.
This one was supposed to be about the Nishika N9000, and you guys have probably heard about the Nishika N8000, which is that like super trendy 3D camera, but it's a lot bigger and a lot chunkier. I found this N9000 on eBay for 75 bucks, and I thought this was a shoo-in, a great video for my channel about a 3D camera that was a lot more smaller and better looking. So I took this camera out to a lake day with some of my friends to a place called Lake Berryessa, which is near Sacramento, California, and it was 102 degrees this day, and we were gonna go swim out in the lake. I even picked up an inflatable kayak that I was so excited to use, but as I was filming this video, as we were going about our date, this camera straight up broke on me, and my kayak broke on me.
What? Easy. Alright, so I have like the actual adhesive part there.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll add another. Should we like exit?
Yeah. It's more triangle,
top.
you know, it's more stable.
Yeah. You.
So stupid. I was about to drop the kayak and just start walking. I was like, oh.
You want it?
Hear me, oh, good.
No. You want it?
No, the fucking. Wait, you got two. You guys ready?
No. He gotta get his White Claw.
Yeah, we're gonna be DJing.
Whoa.
Do the do. Do the do. 2 net carbs, 100 calories per serving. 31 flavors, 21 flavors. This has been brought to you by White Claw. Gilbert, you okay?
Gilbert, are you okay? I'll save you.
I think I was about 11 or 12 exposures in before I noticed that as I was winding the film, I didn't see the rewind knob winding with the film. And that's one thing that all of you film photographers should pay attention to, is that when you're taking a shot and you're winding it, make sure that the rewind knob is actually turning with it, because this is just a mechanical thing that happens. And if it doesn't, it's a clear indication that the film is not being taken up. And as I was trying to fix it, I realized that this thing was a lemon.
Oh, it never started. Oh man, there's so many good moments in there. Why did it wind? No, it's like in there now. It's stuck in there. So pretty much like I like pulled it out, thought it was winding the entire time, but it was just like stuck there. And then I just wound it all the way back in. So now I gotta get another roll.
I had so much good footage of this day, and I ended up popping a couple shots on the Olympus Mewtwo, which is no longer with me. But this is the game you play when you buy cameras on eBay. You never actually know if they're broken or not until you either A, develop your first roll, or B, like me, you find out on the first day that you're using it, it's broken. It's so sad.
This is San Francisco Self-Defense Fire Brigade. There have been confirmed Godzilla sightings in the city. For your safety and the safety of others, please leave Godzilla alone. Thank you.
So I was working on a series, not really a series, or maybe a longer video titled Photographing Cars or documenting something like that, because one of my passions actually as an enthusiast, as an observer, not really someone who consumes, is JDM cars or just car culture in general.
Shifter's a shower head.
I spent a lot of time attending a lot of car meets, mostly focused on Japanese cars, and I met this person who led me to this person and this person, and it led me to an auto shop out in Fremont, California called Love Shop Auto, which is a new place modeled after Japanese car culture, where the car garages are not only like places that cars are worked on, but a place that you can hang out. And this place was super decked out.
Yeah, go check it.
What is up with this bathroom?
Check it out real quick.
Yo, that's a sick bathroom. Oh, it glows blue.
So I was there at the grand opening of Love Shop Auto. A ton of people came out, and I was able to meet the owner of Love Shop Auto, and his name is Lawrence. Lawrence is a phenomenal guy. He's an incredibly passionate person and definitely a man for the people, and we were able to meet one-on-one to talk about a certain project that we were going to work on, but I think my lack of availability kind of killed the project. Hopefully I get to pick it up next year. I don't know. We'll see. honestly thought this video would have been super sick had I given myself enough time to finish it. It was one of 3 big documentary type projects that I want to do this year. I'm really passionate about car culture. I really love learning about it through conversations with other people who are way more passionate about it than me. Like, it's kind of like their eye for design and the eye for design and photography. It always has this like nice little campfire where a lot of people can just meet around that.
There he goes, that R34. Oh, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it.
All right, so for this next segment, I was actually going to review this camera right here, the Hasselblad H1. And you might have seen it in a video that I'll link up here. Film versus digital medium format, where I face off against someone who had the Fuji GFX 100S. His name is Reggie Ballesteros. You could also follow him right here on Instagram. But this camera is super sick. It is a collaboration between Hasselblad and Fujifilm, like how they made the X-Pan and the TX1. And they also collaborated on this camera, the Hasselblad H1 or the Fuji GX645. I know it's a mouthful, but I picked up this camera because I met Tyler Shields and he's a huge Hasselblad guy, and he put me on this 645 camera that is very underrated and very under the radar. And I actually filmed a lot of sessions where I used this camera. I was out in the central coast of California photographing a model out there, and I used it again in another model session out here in San Francisco. I also use this camera for a book that I'm still working on ever so slowly that I want to release early next year. And yeah, I feel like 645 formats are so underrated right now. I feel like the whole internet or YouTube photography world is cracked out on 6x7 format because of Willem and other people who use the RZ or the Mamiya 7. This video actually could have been easily finished. I had enough footage, I had enough photos. I could have definitely shared my opinion on it very easily. But there's this thing that YouTube photographers or photographers on YouTube have to deal with, and that is the balance of creating things that we want and creating things that will help grow our channel. And unfortunately, the Hasselblad H1 or any 645 camera rather just doesn't do well in search because nobody's searching for it right now. Unfortunately, it just got chopped in edits, and it got chopped from the scheduling, but you're seeing it now, so hope you guys enjoyed that little quick review. So I don't know if you guys seen this video. I'll link it right here, but it's a video between me and several other people. Mike Gray, the film photographer YouTuber, Tyler Shields, the world famous photographer, Jay Klubeck, another talented guy out in the photography world. But that was actually the last full day of my 5-day trip down there. But my first day, I actually met up with 2 people that I met through Instagram, Rafael and Kat, and also the really cute little puppy Milo. I met up with these lovely folks and they were so hospitable. They invited me over to their place to do a little photo shoot, and it was such chill vibes. Like, we were just walking around making photographs together, and we watched the famous Southern California sun set below the horizon, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I think so.
think in this past year alone, it took like 11 or 12 round trip flights, and it can be very exhausting, but meeting people like Rafael and Kat makes it all the more better, especially when they kind of set the example of what hospitality can be like when I am presented with an opportunity to host someone when I have my own place in the future or near future. So yeah, I'm really thankful for meeting them. Kat and Rafael, if you guys are watching this, thank you so much. And tell Milo I said hello. There was another Southern California trip that made it into the almost complete video catalog, and that was the San Diego trip. I met up with two more people that I met through Instagram by the names of Austin and Kaylee. If you guys saw my review for the Leica M10D, which I will be linking up right here, they popped up in that video. But of course, I met them first in San Diego, and they showed me the same hospitality that Rafael and Kat showed me. So I was able to stay at their place. They showed me around. We got to eat. I met their cat Mochi as well, and we got to make photos along the coast and also like took golden hour portraits.
Hey man, get your own.
This is mine. This is mine now.
Funny thing is that when I met Austin for the first time, he noticed the lens on my Leica, and that was the 35mm Summicron, but he was hunting for that lens, and he ended up peer pressuring me into selling my lens to him. I made a good buck off of it. It was my favorite lens on my Leica though, and I got it for a steal of a price. But I know that it's in good hands and it's kind of in the family still. So Austin, I hope you're really enjoying that lens. You're making killer images off that, but sometimes I do miss that lens because it is beautiful. But with that money, I ended up getting the Leica M10D, so I guess everything worked out. So we're getting real close to the current day now. If you guys are longtime fans of the channel, sometimes I make these videos that are just like pure music videos or videos with music. I don't really talk in it. And it's just like a montage of me walking around taking photos for fun on my film cameras. And I try to incorporate some kind of meaning into it. And one of these videos was my visit to a place called Mussel Rock Park. Mussel Rock Park is this cliffside area where it's more famously known for these paragliders jumping off the cliff and kind of just, you know, sailing in the air. And most of the times they go near the end of the day where the sun starts to set, because I believe the wind really picks up when temperatures change rapidly. And that usually happens when the sun goes down because, you know, it's gonna get colder as the sun disappears. Science. But anyways, I took out my Mamiya 7 and my Fuji TX1. I did not review that. I did not show anybody that I had that camera, but now you know that I do. And I was just vibing out there, you know. Sometimes the rain would come in, I would have to hide in my car. I would take pictures from my windshield, and rainy windshield photos do look super painterly. I'll show them as they pop up on the screen right here. But it was the moment when the rain clouds kind of peeled away and the sun dipped low enough behind the clouds that I got golden hour light rays, and These photos were so good. So this video never got finished because I simply got burnt out. I was nearing just full on like empty gas mode. Past 6 months have been insanely busy with 15 weddings and traveling like crazy. Those round trip flights take a lot out of you, especially when you have like 3 or 4 trips in a row and it's just back to back to back nonsense. And this video was supposed to be that, you know, vibey, relaxing video, but I just told myself like, yo, I don't need to finish it. Like there's no pressure. I can give myself rest and I'm worthy of receiving that rest. So I didn't finish it, but I'm glad that I'm showing you these images now and these video footages now because, well, I think it's worth showing just a little bit of it. But yeah, man, like I just needed rest, and I feel like when I'm burnt out, I do everything wrong when it comes to resting, and I feel like a lot of people are on that same boat. We just never know when to stop. I feel like I try to treat it like a bruise, where like if I like bruise my elbow, I'll give myself like a day and then like I'll go back to doing everything normal. And if it's sore like while I'm moving on day 2, then I'll just work past it. It just clearly doesn't work like that with the mentals, and well, still learning how to rest, and I feel like all of us are. But if you're watching up until this point, let this be a sign, let this be a reminder that, yo, rest is kind of cool, man. We're here for the long run, not a short sprint. So yeah, I didn't mean it to be that deep. It's so cool to be able to look back on all these incomplete videos. It kind of pissed me off that I didn't finish a lot of them, because just thinking like, oh, if I only did that or whatever. Making videos is really fun, but the part in which I'm able to meet people across the country or across the coast, it's cool. It's so cool. And then I meet them in real life and they're even cooler than they are on the internet. Traveling was super sick this year. I was able to go to Grand Tetons. I went to New York for the first time. I went to Seattle again. I went to San Diego for the first time, in LA a few. Like these connections, these photos that I was able to make, they're so sick. They're so valuable to me. Last year, my photo folders were very empty. They weren't as filled as they were this year and in the past years when I was in college. But here's one thing that I will say. Even though like traveling is super fun and you get to go to these destinations where you can get some very picturesque things, I think one thing that we should not forget is to photograph the people around us that we see every single day. Because here's one major thing that social media does, and I'm pretty sure we're all aware of it, and it's the fact that it glamorizes a lifestyle that makes people not appreciate the things that they have now, the friends that they have now, the family that they have now. As photographers, we kind of have a duty. We have a responsibility to use our talents to document things, to, of course, serve other people through our talents. But I see a lot of the times that the cameras that photographers and videographers have are not being utilized as much as they should be or can be.
Water going in my mouth. Hey, nothing wrong with a little water, baby.
Michael, she's to you, right? Can you give her a kiss?
There's no one in there.
I'm holding her.
No, you're not.
I'm holding her.
You're
Literally, she's in
not.
my arms.
Actually, okay right now. Let's keep punching that way. That's a good way. Yeah. Make me a pizza.
I was able to review a lot of cameras this year, and my camera collection kind of exploded. Well, oh, sorry, that was a weird flex, but the camera that I enjoyed using the most this year was, one of my film cameras, but actually more so my iPhone. All the footage that you've seen in this video were all captured on this. The iPhone 12 Pro Max is not an ad. The iPhone 12 Pro Max is a really great camera for recording everything that happens in your life. Next year, don't be shy to use your phone. Like seriously, don't be shy to whip your phone out and start recording your birthday parties, your hangouts, night out with the fellas, or whatever it is. Don't be shy to use this. I feel like this camera has healed me. It has really allowed me to let go of certain things about this YouTube channel alone. I used to be so obsessed with quality, especially with this camera. I love this camera. The footage off of this thing is amazing. The photos are amazing. Photos off my other cameras are amazing. This camera I've used so many freaking times. Next year is going to be insane. I am in for a ride for the next 365 days, and I hope you guys want to come along with me by watching those videos. There are a lot of moving parts, and I feel like a lot of things are going to change in your life next year as well, the viewer that is watching. I want to see and I want to know that you will take more photos and more videos next year. They don't have to be professional. You just have to make those photos. I took a good amount of photos in these past holiday parties, these past 3 days around Christmas, and more. And definitely more on New Year's Eve. You should definitely bring your camera to that next party. Photograph everything that happens. Give yourself the ability to look back on these things and to remember the sights, the sounds, and the images from all these events that will happen in your life. Events that you planned and events that you could not control. A lot of experiences in my past have kept me grounded in this time of internet fame or internet recognition. I will be able to share that in the future when I'm good and ready to do that, but this life that I'm living right now is incredible. Like, I didn't expect this kind of thing, but I'm blessed. I'm thankful for it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for looking at all those incomplete ideas, those incomplete videos that could have been sick, that could have been trash, but you were able to walk down memory lane with me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for just supporting me throughout this entire year. Comment down below what your favorite image was or what your favorite moment was in either the channel or this video, and I will see you guys in 2022. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Appreciate you all. Peace.